brighter day. The change begins with you. The change begins with you and you. When a stranger is in need, we must never be unkind. Let us practice what we preach. It's a conscious state of mind. Let the sun shine through, the shadow cannot last. Raise your voices up to echo through the skies. Make a wish, a ray of hope, and lend a helping hand. Share the joy, a brighter day. The change begins with you. The change begins with you. Let the sun shine through, the shadow cannot last. Raise your voices up to echo through the skies. Make a wish, a ray of hope, and lend a helping hand. Share the joy, a brighter day. The change begins with you. The change begins with you and you. Make a wish, a ray of hope, and lend a helping hand. Share the joy, a brighter day. The change begins with you. The change begins with you.
Welcome to the Self-Talk Show with Dr. Ian Lavine, a personal life coaching to help you transform your self-talk, mindset, brain agility, and mental health. You will receive help setting goals, identifying the obstacles blocking you, and learning what strategies you can take to help you succeed in life and work. This is an experience for you to renew your mind, rewire your brain, reinvent your life.
The information provided on the Self-Talk Show is coaching and not counseling or therapy. This information is not intended to assess, diagnose, treat, or cure any illness, sickness, disease, or imbalances. This is coaching solely for educational, self-awareness, and personal growth purposes. If you are experiencing physical or psychological sickness, please dial 911 or visit a medical practitioner.
Welcome to the Self-Talk Show with Dr. Ian Lavine, a person.
I'm so happy that you have taken time today on this lovely Wednesday to be here with me. And you know what the Self-Talk Show is about. It's an experience for you to renew your mind and to rewire your brain and to ultimately reinvent your life. I'm so happy to be here live in the studio here at Flashpoint Media here in the wonderful Cayman Islands, and you are in for a treat today on the Self-Talk Show. I hope that you've been having a good time so far. I think that this is my fourth week or third week, but whatever week this is, my third week. I've been told my third week, but whatever week it is, number 3, you are going to be in for a wonderful time today on the Self-Taught Show. And you know, I always speak about the Self-Taught Bible, which is this amazing book right here by my mentor, Dr. Shad Hemstetter, and the book is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And this is an amazing book. It was actually written and published, I think, in 1981, and hundreds of thousands of persons globally, yes, around the world, persons are being empowered, changed, and challenged by this amazing book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. Looking for a better way. You are everything that is. I want you to really receive this in your spirit, receive this in your soul, in your thoughts, in your feelings, and also in your emotions. You are everything that is. Your thoughts, your life, your dreams come true. You are everything you choose to be. You are as unlimited as the endless universe, looking for a better way. And I know, yes, life has its challenges. And once you are alive, you too will experience challenges, whether that is a big challenge or a small challenge. But as we go through challenges in life, as you also go through challenges in your life, I want you to be determined to look for a better way. And oftentimes we want to look for a better way externally. But one of the best ways, or the best way, the foremost best way to look for a better way, is from within yourself, from within your spirit and within your soul. Because who are you? You're looking at me here physiologically. You're looking at my face. You can probably see my hands. You see a book in my hand. You see the clothes I am wearing, and you can also see the background, and you can see a part of the wonderful studio here at Flashpoint Media here in the Cayman Islands. Yes, you're seeing everything in 3D. I'm not too sure with all the technological terms, whether 3D or 4D, and I heard some technologies coming for 5D, 6D, but whatever it is, you are seeing this physical environment, our senses, but the real you, the true you is within. I want you to take a moment to digest that. The real you and the true you is within. Your spirit, your soul, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Your soul is who you are. Your spirit is who you are. And when you look deep within yourself, the outward, external solutions will come to you. But as you look for a better way, remember to look for that better way within yourself. A little caption I want to read here for you very, very quickly, and this is going to be really important to you. Have you ever wondered why things don't work out the way they should? I want you to think about this question. I want you to ponder on this question. Once we are alive, and I know that you are alive and well because you're tuning here to the Self-Taught Show, reflect on this question. A very simple question, but yet an important question. Have you ever wondered why things don't work out the way they should? Why do we not get from life many of the things we would like to have? Whether it's in your life in general, your work, your educational pursuits, your relationships. Two very important questions for you to reflect on. You're doing everything that you know, and every time I say you're doing everything, I mean everything legitimately to succeed and to progress in your life. But sometimes along the way, things just don't seem to work out the way you want things to work out for you. Why are some persons day to day happier, more fulfilled, more productive than others? And personally, I know for some of you, probably even for many of you, you would have also asked that question in your life. Why is this person more productive than I am? Why is this person more successful than me? Why is this person happier than me? Why is this person getting the better breaks in life than me? What makes the difference? Is the control of our life in our hands? And a more direct question to you today, is the control of your life in your hands? I want you to think. Today is going to be a very reflective session for you. The things that are happening in your life, are these things in the control of your hands? What is holding you back from achieving your goals and dreams in life and work? What is holding you back from achieving your best you? What is holding you back from renewing your mind? What is holding you back from rewiring your brain? And what is holding you back from reinventing your life? What is holding you back? But just not what is holding you back. Who? And sometimes I have to release this little laughter right here on the studio. Not just what is holding you back, but who is holding you back? What is the wall that stands in our way? What is the wall which is standing in your way? Obviously, I am a certified self-taught trainer and also a certified neuro coach, and also a behavioral consultant, and many other certifications I've done which have given me the tools and the expertise when it comes to coaching relative to the mind and brain and what is holding you back. I believe, and I know many of my mentors, they also believe this, and I also know that many of our forerunners in the personal growth industry and the personal development industry, we all sing the same song from literally the same hymn book. What is holding you back? We know a part of this is your thoughts. It was Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, and I mentioned this last week, who said expect the best. And we are coming back to the mind and the brain, expect the best. And I am here to encourage you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to drive you along, to expect the best. Expect the best for yourself. Expect the best for your health. Expect the best for your work, for your career, for your academic pursuits. Expect the best for your family. Expect the best for your relatives. Expect the best for your career, as I said before, for your workplace, for your employers and for your employees. And expect the best for your government and your communities and your pastors and your churches. In essence, expect the best in all the important areas in your life. So Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, he said this, and he wrote the book The Power of Positive Thinking. Expect the best, for when you expect the best, you release a magnetic force in your mind, which by a law of attraction tends to bring the best to you. And I know you've probably heard about the law of attraction. You probably even read the book The Secret, and you've read many personal help books, many personal development books. And I often say it's good to read books. I have as I started the self-taught Bible here, or what I considered as the self-taught Bible, by my mentor, Dr. Hemstetter, what to say when you talk to yourself. So when you expect the best, you release what a magnetic force in your mind, which by a law of attraction tends to bring the best to you. And when we speak about this, there is something I want to say to you right now. When we think of a thought, or when you think of a thought, what do you think about? You know, sometimes when we speak about a thought or thoughts, or when we mention the whole realm of thinking on our thought process, it's very difficult to define what a thought is. You can go to the dictionary and you can try to decipher or determine or grasp or receive what a thought is. And many times when I ask persons what is a thought, it makes them to do what? It makes them to think. Imagine a thought is making you to think, and you get so many answers. You say, what is a thought? And person say, a thought is and they're looking from left to right, up to down. A thought means I'm thinking. A thought means I have an idea. A thought is just something out there, and it's very difficult for so many persons to correctly describe what a thought is. And we are coming back once again to what is holding you back. What wall is holding you back from becoming the best you? What walls are preventing you from becoming that creative you? Thoughts. Expect the best. You release a magnetic force in your mind, which by a law of attraction tends to bring what? Not the worst to you, but tends to bring the best to you. And I know you expect the best for yourself, and I want you to expect the best for yourself. And if you came on the show this evening without expecting the best, I'm here to empower you, inspire you, encourage you. I'm here to motivate you to expect the best. So what is a thought? Thoughts are things. Yes, you heard me correctly. Thoughts are things. Like how I have the book here. This book is a thing. I have my cell phone here, and I know lots of you, for me, I have two mobile phones. I know some of you have 3 and 4 mobile phones. Praise God. And the producer in the studio, Lady Elise, she's just there laughing and smiling. I'm not sure how many phones she has right now, but I know she is a phone person. So thoughts are things. This book, this phone, I'm just looking around the studio, and I just want to make this as practical and as realistic as possible. The water and the water bottle, these are all things, physical things we can touch and we can taste and we can experience and we can have a relationship with. Obviously not that type of relationship, but relationship meaning a connection with. So what are thoughts? Thoughts are things. If you have a piece of paper and a pencil, or paper and a pen, or even your electronic device, I encourage you to just write this. Thoughts are things. And I give you a couple seconds to get your pen, get your paper, get your notebook, get your journal, whatever you choose to take your notes upon. And even if you want to take your notes on your iPad or your phone or whatever, your laptop, computer, but thoughts are things. Thoughts are chemicals. Yes, you heard me correctly. And we're dealing here now with a bit of neuroscience. Thoughts are chemicals. Thoughts are neurons. And one of these days I'm going to give you a deeper explanation of all of this. So thoughts are things. There are chemicals, and taking my time, there are neurons, and there are electrical impulses. Chemicals, neurons, and electrical impulses. That is why we heard it before. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never harm you. And we know that that isn't true. We know that words, many persons have been destroyed and belittled and embarrassed by words. So sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never harm you. Yes, many persons are being harmed every single day by words. So we say thoughts are things, chemicals, neurons, and electrical impulses. And many studies have been done on the human brain using the what is known as the fMRI. You know, when you do your brain scan, the MRI. So there's also one known as the F, as in functional fMRI, which measures obviously the brain waves and various aspects of the brain. And lots of the research which would have been done on persons, just doing research and tests on persons, they deliberately, obviously through the audio system, they gave persons positive words or positive expressions, and also negative words and negative expressions. And when that happened, they, through the functional MRI, they were literally able to, and remember that you're just placing thoughts into the person's mind and their brain. You're just giving them, you're just saying, think about this thought, think about a negative thought, or think about a couple negative thoughts, and think about positive thoughts, have some positive thinking. And they were able to literally measure the activity of the neurons and the chemical reactions and the electrical impulses when persons were having negative thoughts, and when they were also having positive thoughts. And Dr. Caroline Leaf, she did lots of research and studies into this whole area of positive thinking, negative thinking, and she and many others actually. And they give the example of a tree. You know, you have a tree with all its branches and leaves, and they found that when the person is engaged with positive thinking, and you can see this with the brain scans, they're engaged with positive thinking, and they see the brain waves active and full of life and full of energy and full of zest and full of zeal. I'm just putting it in a simple term. And when the person was told to think negative thoughts, naturally you can imagine what happened. Those neurons and all the activities on the brain begin to become less. So positive thinking has, and there's so many different scientific and medical research on the power of thoughts and the power of and the effects, I should say, of positive thinking and negative thinking. And we've been also told that when a person, in terms of health and healing and restoration and recovery from persons who are sick, and even persons who have been hospitalized, those who are engaged with positive thinking, they recover better and they heal better. And actually, with my mentor, Dr. Shad Hemstetter, who is the biggest voice in the field of self-talk, as I said, from way back in the 1980s, he actually conducted, in addition to all the research he has conducted, he did additional research with the aspect of self-talk. And we've been told that when one day, having released his self-talk on the audio, a person came back to say, you know what, there's something about this self-talk, and Dr. Hemstetter and his team were like frantic, probably saying, wow, is self-talk something bad? And the person said, no, what, guess what, self-talk is aiding in the recovery of patients and persons who are sick. It has a positive effect because these persons are listening to self-talk, receiving these positive messages. And what is happening, their mind is being renewed and their brain is being rewired, and persons are being release into a faster rate of recovery, and person's lives are being enhanced and empowered just by the power of positive thinking, having wholesome and healthy thoughts. And we know that we have at least up to 60,000 thoughts per day. And out of those 60,000 thoughts per day, at least, and this is very minimum, at least 77% of those thoughts are what? Negative thoughts which are working against us. Yes, same for you, my friend. You have at least, and once again, this is very, very minimum, at least 60,000 thoughts per day. And at least 77% of your thoughts are negative thoughts which are working against you. It's not your fault, or primarily the biggest part of this equation is not your fault. Why? Because this is how you were wired, this is how you were programmed from the moment you were born. And we know that what the strongest messages will win. So you hear a message over and over and over again. That message is going to become strong, and that message is going to resonate within you. So whatever you hear, you will become. Therefore, today in the Self-Taught Show is important for you to go on your own personal campaign to have positive thoughts, just not today and just not tomorrow, but on a regular basis. Repetition. How do we learn a new language? We learn a new language by the process of repetition. You have to repeat, because when you repeat, you're creating new, the word new, N-E-W, new neural pathways in your brain. So you repeat something often enough, guess what? That will become a part of you. So it's extremely important that every single day that you wake up and you say something positive about yourself. Every single day you wake up, every moment of the day, as best as you can, say something positive about you, about your situation, about your circumstance, even if it isn't going the way you expect it to go, even when life happens to you which isn't conducive for your well-being and for your health and for your vigor and for your vitality. I encourage you to say something good about yourself, something good about your space and about your atmosphere, and do this on a regular basis, and you will be more than amazed to see the changes. And I'm not here to say that the change will happen today or tomorrow, but similarly, I'm not here to say that the change may not happen today or tomorrow, because there are many miracles there waiting for you. But I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that the more that you say these messages, that positive change can happen or will happen in your life. Every single day, as I often say, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And for you who say, well, I don't eat breakfast in the morning, I say like lunch and dinner. And if you say I don't eat dinner, I only eat lunch, I say, well, I guess your lunch is big, so make your positive thoughts and your positive thinking as big as you can. But the thing about this is to do it every single day. Don't wait for me to say do it. Don't wait for whoever to say do it. Don't wait for and it's good to have the external level of motivation, but remember, intrinsic motivation, you have to empower yourself from the inside. I often say being changed from the inside in and then from the inside out. We often say, I'm being changed from the inside in and then from the inside in out. But I have coined this way, that you're being changed from the inside in and then from the inside out. You have to experience that internal change, that deep internal change so that your external environment, actually, your external environment should change by process of your internal environment. So we've heard all the great teachers of the mind and the brain and all the great teachers in the field of personal growth and personal development. They say that our external world and our external experiences are as a result of our thinking. It was Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher. He said this, that a man's life is what his thoughts think of it. And once we are at the self-taught show, you're going to hear these phrases over and over again. And we're here right now on the self-taught show. I'll be back, but remember, this is an experience for you to renew your mind, to rewire your brain, and to ultimately reinvent your life. I'll be back. Stay with me.
Looking to build your dream home or renovate your space? M&M Construction is the perfect place. We bring your vision to life with precision and quality craftsmanship. From design to construction, we guide you every step, ensuring seamless coordination and superior results. Our professional roof inspection and maintenance services will ensure that your roof is sturdy this hurricane season. So, if you are ready to start your construction journey, call us today at 345-927-7509. Build with confidence. Build with M&M Construction. 345-927-7509.
Welcome to the Self-Talk Show with Dr. Ian Lavine, a personal life coaching to help you transform your self-talk, mindset, brain agility, and mental health. You will receive help setting goals, identifying the obstacles blocking you, and learning what strategies you can take to help you succeed in life and work. This is an experience for you to renew your mind, rewire your brain, reinvent your life.
The information provided on the Self-Talk Show is coaching and not counseling or therapy. This information is not intended to assess, diagnose, treat, or cure any illness, sickness, disease, or imbalances. This is coaching solely for educational, self-awareness, and personal growth purposes. If you are experiencing physical or psychological sickness, please dial 911 or visit a medical practitioner.
Welcome to the Self-Talk Show with Dr. Ian Lavine, a personal life coaching to help you transform your self-talk, mindset, brain agility, and mental health. You will receive help setting goals, identifying the obstacles blocking you, and learning what strategies you can take to help you succeed in life and work. This is an experience for you to renew your mind, rewire your brain, reinvent your life.
The information provided on the Self-Talk Show is coaching and not counseling or therapy. This information is not intended to assess, diagnose, treat, or cure any illness, sickness, disease, or imbalances. This is coaching solely for educational, self-awareness, and personal growth purposes. If you are experiencing physical or psychological sickness, please dial 911 or visit a medical practitioner.
Welcome. I am Dr. Ian Lavine, and I am so glad that you have taken time to be with me here, live in the studio at Flashpoint Media. This is the Self-Talk Show, an experience for you to renew your mind, rewire your brain, and to reinvent your life. So today we are speaking about thoughts. Remember, I said earlier that thoughts are things. Yes, thoughts are tangible, and lots of research in the field of neuroscience has shown us that thoughts are things. Thoughts are chemicals. neurons and electrical impulses. And we spoke about this for the last couple minutes, the whole realm of thoughts and what thoughts are, and how your life can be reinvented and renewed by positive thinking. And I hope that you had the chance to grab your pen, your paper, your pen, your pencil, or your electronic device whereby you can take a couple notes. So we went through a bit of things relative to our thoughts, but I want to come a bit more personal to you, and I want you to get yourself in a position to be honest with yourself and to reflect. This is a very reflective moment right here on the Self-Talk Show. What went well for you today or during the week? I want you to make a note. Make a note on your paper, make a note on your phone, on your laptop, whatever you have to make. If you are in your bed, make a note on your white sheet and let your spouse put that in the washing machine in the next couple days. We don't want you to wash away what went well for you, but what went well for you today. And this can become a lengthy exercise, but just pour your heart into this right now. If one thing went well for you, that's good. If it was 2, 3, 4, 5, a million things, that's also good. If it's one thing, that's good. If it's 10 things, it's still good. But what went well for you today? Or what went well for you during the past few days in this week? Think about this and reflect. Pull yourself into a realm of self-reflection. You're going to go deep. You're going to dig deep. What went well for you? And if you're their life, I understand that persons are their life. You can even put that in the chat. Type that in the chat. What went well for you? I encourage you to make your notes. Type that in the chat, but make your personal notes. What went well for you? So even as we speak about what went well for you, you know the next question, which seems quite obvious. Tell me what did not go so well for you. So remember, you're dealing with what went well, really well for you. And now, what did not go so well for you? And it is important that we get into this space and stay into this space of deep honesty, internal sincerity, and a deep level of reflection, because this is going to help you. You know, normally when we are in the work environment, we have our peer assessment, we have our assessment by our managers or supervisors, and that is all well and good. We need that because that will help us to become better employers, better employees, and it will or should help us to become a better person in the workplace, and it should also cause our workplace to thrive. But for us personally, when we are able to dissect and be extremely reflective on who we are, this will also catapult us to become a better person. So we spoke about what went well for you. I want you now to think about and once again jot that down. And for those of you viewing, I want to thank you for viewing, being with me here on the Self-Talk Show. Make your comments about what went well. Even as you spoke about what went well for you, another positive realm for you. What are you celebrating today, or is there anything which you can celebrate? Are you having a birthday? Were you promoted today? Did your mortgage come true for you today? Is there anything which you can celebrate today? What are you celebrating today? And what are you still celebrating for the last couple of days? We are speaking about celebration. What went well for you, and what are you celebrating? Is it a birth of a child? Your child or your children graduated from school? Did you just graduated from college or university? You just got your degree, you just got promoted, or you hear that you're going to be promoted tomorrow. For some of you, I hope that your promotion and all your goals and dreams become true, become a reality in your life. What are you celebrating? Think about that and document that. And just if this happened to you for this week, was there just one thing that you felt disappointed about? We have to be real about life, and I want you to be real about life. What went well, and were there what you are celebrating, and is there anything which disappointed you today or this week, or were you disappointed by someone today or this week? And why are we dealing with this? Remember, here on the Self-Taught Show, this is for self-awareness purposes. This is for self-growth and personal development. This isn't counseling. This isn't therapy. This isn't psychotherapy. Although I have a degree in Christian counseling, and although I have done 2 advanced courses in the area of general practice psychotherapy and also psychotherapy, this isn't about therapy. This isn't about counseling. Remember, this is coaching, personal life coaching. But I want us and I want you to reflect on those 2 questions. And why is this important? Because this is going to help you. The celebration, everything which you are celebrating and that you are speaking about, your level of celebration, I call this the buffer. Because the more things you have to celebrate and the more you want to celebrate, when the challenges of life come, you have the positive buffer to help you get through whatever you're going through. You know, when we are in discussions and something happened, or when there's news to be released in your life, you often hear this: what do you want first, the good news or the bad news? You will have experienced this countless times or sometime in your life. You know, your family, your boss, your employer, your friend, they say, I have news for you. I have good news and I have bad news. Which one do you want first? Some person will say, you know what, give me the good news first. Some person will say, give me the bad news first. And some person will say, you know what, I really don't want to hear the bad news. I would love to hear the good news, but when I hear the good news, I'm going to hear the bad news, so don't give me any news at all. But psychologists, we are told by the psychologists that we should take the good news first. Why do we take the good news first? Because it creates a psychological buffer. It creates it empowers the brain so that when you receive the not so good news, that you are already in a protective space and state that you can handle the not so good news that may come your way. But it's important for us and for you to really go deep into your life to celebrate all the good things, but be realistic about what didn't go so well in your life. And what didn't go so well in your life, I want to encourage you to reflect. Think about why this project did not go so well, why this meeting did not go so well, why you did not go so well today, and to be really truthful and sincere and honest with yourself, and put a reasonable, legitimate plan to be on your path to self-development and on your path to self-improvement. The Stoic philosophers, and we spoke about Marcus Aurelius earlier, we speak about being Stoic, and what that means. It means that we have self-control. Yes, I want to inspire you, encourage you, motivate you to develop self-control and to practice self-control on a daily basis. And you may say, well, Dr. Ian, this is what you're saying is easier said than done. Yes, I may agree that it may be easier said than done, but remember earlier we spoke about repetition. The more you repeat something, it becomes a part of who you are. The more you repeat something, it becomes natural to you, to your space, to your brain, to your mind, to your spirit, to your soul, and also to your body. And that is why it's important to practice self-control. For when you have that level of self-control, when the challenges come your way and when the moments of disappointment come your way, because you are already buffered with your level of positive thinking, because you are already buffered with an attitude of gratitude. And many persons, we hear these buzzwords, I have an attitude of gratitude, I'm too blessed to be stressed, too anointed to be disappointed. But there are lots of scientific researchers out there who have done research to show the positive effect of having an attitude of gratitude. And even within medical facilities, they show that persons who have an attitude of gratitude regarding their healing and regarding their recovery and regarding their health, those persons actually recover faster and better than those who don't have an attitude of gratitude. So have an attitude of gratitude, because it's good for your thinking. And attitude of gratitude is good for your prefrontal cortex. And sometime here on the self-taught show, I'm going to even speak more about the prefrontal cortex. Last week we spoke about the area of fear and the part of your brain which is actually in your limbic system, known as the amygdala, the emotional center of your brain. And we dealt a lot with the aspect of fear last week. But I'm here today to encourage you to release those positive thinking. Every single day, look for something to be grateful for, even in the midst of the storm. With me here and Lady Elise, when I was here the Sensational Sundays a couple Sundays ago, we spoke about the light at the end of the tunnel, and we brought a new perspective to that, and we say there isn't just light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, there is light at the end of the tunnel, but really and truly there is light going through the tunnel. And this is the perspective that we want you to have in your life. So when the challenges come your way and the difficulties and if there are any obstacles in your way, you know that there is just not light at the end of the tunnel, but there is light going through the tunnel. Last week we also said that you don't have to do this on your own. You don't have to do life on your own. You don't have to do life on your own. It takes a village to raise a child. You don't have to do life on your own. There are persons there willing to help. There are resources there. Life has placed within your space so many different opportunities for you to learn and for you to grow. And it's also important for you to say help when you need help. And lots of the psychologists and those in the personal development arena, they're saying, you know what, maybe 40, 50, 10, 15 years ago it was a shameful thing to say I need help, but they're saying to us, just as I'm saying to you, if you need help, simply say that you need help. If you need assistance, simply say that you need assistance. Because when you reach out, remember earlier we spoke about expecting the best. When you expect the best, you release a magnetic force in your mind, which by a law of attraction tends to bring the best to you. So when you expect the best, and when you say that I need help, when you say that I want to overcome this obstacle, I want to overcome this habit, I want to overcome these challenges in my life, guess what is going to happen to you and for you and around you and in you? The right people, the right resources, the right things, the right elements will supernaturally, if I can use that word, will supernaturally convene and converge for you just on your behalf. And there's a part in your brain known as the reticular activating system, and this is how this works. Let's say that you want to buy a red car. I'm not going to call any particular brand lest I be told that I'm advertising for a particular car company or a particular vehicle, so I'm not going to do that. But let's say that you have a particular car in mind, and the color, you went to the car dealership and you drove that car. You sat in the car, you drove the car, is red, is the color that you want, is the type of vehicle that you really want to have, and you're fascinated, and you took it all around the Cayman Islands, or wherever you're from. You took it for maybe a 5-mile drive, and you took it back to the car dealership, and you said, well, you know what, I want that car. I'll be back within the next couple of days with my check, and I'm going to get that car. And oftentimes, or probably more often than not, this is what happens. So you take back the car, and you're now gone on your merry way back on your normal course for the day, business for the day. And what happens? You see similar cars and the same color that you just saw all of a sudden. And you're probably thinking, I didn't know that we have so many of those cars here in this country or this island or wherever you are. Simply because your reticular activating system in your brain attracted that to you, that which you engage and engulf and encompass yourself with becomes a reality in your life. That is why I said this earlier, that if you need help, say that you need help. If you need support, say that you need support. If you are really truly keen and full of zeal and full of tenacity, that you really want to change in your life. And I think it was when I was here on Sensational Sunday and I used that word tenacity. Lady Elise, she was very excited, and she's right here in the studio, manning the studio, making me look good for you people. And when I use that word tenacity, I can see her smiling, and her smile has become the best smile in the world. Lady, your smile is awesome, and I want to thank you here for hosting the self-taught show and bring this message to the world. But when you have a thought, by virtue of the reticular activating system working in your brain, everything that you are thinking about will naturally be drawn to you, be drawn into your space, be drawn into your experience, be drawn into your environment. That is why it is absolutely important, as I said when I first started, that you have to be conscious. Yes, you have to be conscious. You have to be intentional. You have to commit yourself to having positive thoughts on a daily basis. You have to be committed to having an attitude of gratitude on a daily basis. And these are just not catchphrases. You know, persons are using these because these phrases sound good and it rhymes and it makes us seem like we are in tune with whatever is happening. But when you sincerely have positive thoughts, and when you sincerely engage with an attitude of gratitude, and when you go through challenges and trials and obstacles in your life, and you truly want to soar like the eagle out of your circumstances and your situations, the reticular activating system in your brain, as I said before, will bring the help to you, will bring the resources to you, will bring the right people, the right resources, the opportunities, any and everything which you need to help you to achieve your best you, any and everything which you need to become the best you, any and everything which you need to become the best spouse, the best worker, the best employer, the best employee will come to you because you are sincere about your thought process. You are sincere, you are truthful, you are deliberate, you are intentional. And this is what I really want to leave with you today as you go through every single day of your life. No matter what you're going through, Have that attitude of gratitude no matter what you're going through. Have that level of positive thinking. Yes, it may be raining, as we say, it may be raining cats and dogs, and obviously raining cats and dogs, and you're saying it's not raining, I'm using positive thinking, it's not raining. Guess what? The rain will continue to rain. But what is positive thoughts and what is having an attitude of gratitude where it's raining cats and dogs? This is what happens. You remember, oh, I just remembered I have an umbrella. Oh, I just remember that I have my raincoat. Oh, I just remember that my car is actually parked in my garage, so I don't have to go outside in order to get into my car. So when you have positive thinking and the attitude of gratitude, you'll be really amazed of the blessings and the opportunities and the great things which can happen to you, and just not happening to you, happening for you, happening around you, happening in you. But you have to be deliberate, you have to be intentional, you have to be repetitive about this on a daily basis, because it's my hope, it's my goals and my dreams for you that your life, your entire existence will be one which is blessed, which is healthy, which is happy, which is full with joy, which is full with the all the blessings. I have a colleague, and when I say, "Sir, how are you?" he always says, "I am blessed." And you can hear it's just not a phrase or a buzzword or a catchphrase, but you can hear that from the core of their being, from the depths of their existence, and it is manifested in their life. Just don't use phrases for using phrases' sake, but use your self-talk with the highest level of sincerity. Use your positive self-talk with the highest level of expectation. Use your self-talk with a determination that you will become the best you, that when you activate self-talk, that your mind will be renewed, that your brain will be rewired, and that your life will be reinvented. A year from now, I said a year from now, I want to retract that. I want to say within the next 66 days. But better yet, I want to retract that a bit. I want to say within the next 3 weeks or 21 days. Let's take this in chunk size and bite size. Within the next 21 days starting now, I want you to report that you have seen improvements in your life. Within the next 66 days, I want you to report that you have seen solidified, solid, strong, sustainable improvements in your life. 21 days, but the latest research says that it takes at least 66 days to really create that habit. 21 days creates a mental imprint in your mind that the habit becomes a bit more natural. But when you have that repetitively for 66 days, that habit or that new thing that you're doing becomes stronger, becomes almost tight, solidified. It becomes almost like hard wired in your brain. So 21 days from now, hip hip. But 66 days from now, hip hip hooray. I want you to report on the amazing things that you have accomplished, the amazing things that have happened to you and still happening to you, but just not for the 21 days or the 66 days, but for every single day of your life. Even when there are challenges and obstacles, remember that there is light going through the tunnel, just not at the end of the tunnel, because you are activating positive thinking and positive thoughts. Your self-talk is happy, your self-talk is strong, your self-talk is full of muscle, your self-talk is full of smiles, your self-talk is full of joy, because there is greatness is inside of you. There are great things in the earth for you to do. There's actually a scriptural text in the book of Jeremiah 29:11. It says, I know the thoughts that I'm thinking toward you, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future, to give you a hope, to give you an expected end. And there's also a scriptural text in the book of Deuteronomy 28, and it says that you're blessed in your coming in, blessed in your going out. You are the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath. And even better, it says that God has commanded the blessing over the work of your hands. There are so many scriptures that you can use to enhance your thought process. There are so many motivational books and motivational speeches. There are so many audio books. Your life is attracting everything to you and for you. There's no excuse for you not to become the better you. There's absolutely no excuse. Absolutely no excuse for you to become the better you. Absolutely no excuse. But take the personal responsibility. When I started, I spoke about many persons are thinking and relying on external factors. And yes, external motivation, we all need that. I'm not discounting that. We all need that. We all need a level of external motivation. But the primary layer or level of motivation for you is from within, intrinsic motivation. So just don't wake up tomorrow and go to work expecting your colleagues or your managers or your supervisors to give you a pat on your back. If they give you a pat on your back, well, we are grateful for that, and you're grateful for that also. And just don't go to your community organization and expecting that every time you paint the roof green, because they say, you know what, you're the best painter for the roof green, that you're going to get a certificate or an award. And yes, we need, because we're human beings and we're also driven by external motivation, but the greatest level of motivation for you comes from within. And how do you develop that? We develop this, as we said when we started, by engaging your personal self, having your personal responsibility, having your personal contract, a personal contract with yourself to enhance yourself from the inside in. Yes, you heard me. Enhancing yourself from the inside in and then from the inside out. It's just like when you're going to the gym. It's just not the physical exercise, but it's also what you eat, your diet. What you eat, what you drink, what you put into your body will also have a tremendous effect on if you're going to put on muscle or lose muscle or whatever. Lose muscle, put on muscle, gain weight, don't gain weight. Whatever you want to be, it has to be internally driven. That must be your primary focus and function, to be internally driven. And I think that's an important message for you, because many times we can, I shouldn't say many times, that's a bit harsh, but sometimes we may be disappointed by the external factors. But once we empower ourselves from within, remember we spoke about creating that psychological buffer. So when we empower ourselves from within, when we don't get the external motivation, we are already fortified from within. We already have that buffer and we can move on. In my place of birth, Barbados, there's a calypso, a song, and it says that no rain can stop this jam. No, you heard me correctly. No rain, no showers, no atmospheric conditions can stop this jam. No external factors can stop this jam. And I think I think this is also important for you to say this, however you choose to craft this, that no challenges, no obstacles, no disappointment can stop you from succeeding, can stop you from learning, can stop you from growing. Remember when I first read the book here, it spoke about that wall. What wall? What is the wall that stands in your way? And that wall is what? That wall is your thoughts. That wall is your attitude. That wall is your perception. That wall is who you think you are, what you think about yourself. That wall is your self-esteem. That wall is your self-confidence. That wall is your self-concept. That wall is your self-worth. But ultimately, the beginning of that wall is your thoughts, your self-talk. What do you say when you talk to yourself on a daily basis? And what you say when you talk to yourself on a daily basis will determine what you experience in your life on a daily basis. I am so happy that you took time, whether you're driving, and I hope you're not driving and engaging in the self-talk show. Please please don't do that. But I hope that if you are driving, that you park to in a safe location and engaging in the self-talk show. But whether you are in your stationary vehicle, whether you are at work but on break, I don't want you to stop your work to view the self-talk show. I hope that if you are at work but you are on break, but wherever you are, whether you are home, at work, wherever you are, I'm grateful, an attitude of gratitude. I'm glad that you took time to be with me here on the Self-Talk Show. And once again, I want to thank this amazing studio, Flashpoint Media, and this amazing team, and Mikey and Marlon and Lady Elise for being here with me and bring this message to the world. What is the Self-Talk Show? It's an experience for you to do what? To renew your mind, to rewire your brain, and to ultimately reinvent your life. I am Dr. Ian Lavine, and I thank you for being here with me on the Self-Talk Show.
Welcome to the Self-Talk Show with Dr. Ian Lavine, a personal life coaching to help you transform your self-talk, mindset, brain agility, and mental health. You will receive help setting goals, identifying the obstacles blocking you, and learning what strategies you can take to help you succeed in life and work. This is an experience for you to renew your mind, rewire your brain, reinvent your life.
The information provided on the Self-Talk Show is coaching and not counseling or therapy. This information is not intended to assess, diagnose, treat, or cure any illness, sickness, disease, or imbalances. This is coaching solely for educational, self-awareness, and personal growth purposes. If you are experiencing physical or psychological sickness, please dial 911 or visit a medical practitioner.